welcome back to our House of Cards special. It looks like we've got ourselves a joker, and this joker is wild.
They call me Magic Mike. Not that Magic Mike. I grew up in Cajun country.
When I was little, I told my mom I want to grow up and be a magician. She said, well, you can't do both. Cajuns know how to pass a good time, y'all. When I was trying to be this cool, suave magician, they just laughed. So I switched it to comedy. I moved to New Orleans to be a street magician and fell in love with the city. The streets are the most beautiful in the world, and the city is truly magical.
Please welcome Michael Dardant. All right.
I've been headlining venues ever since.
If I can win the Foolish Trophy, that would be incredible.
The effect I'm doing tonight is probably one of the most elaborate I've created. The trick is to make it look easy, so it's big and easy. And that's how we play Foolish in New Orleans, y'all.
Here comes Cajun sensation Michael Dardant. Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Wow, what an honor it is to be here. I am from New Orleans, so I'm a little nervous because it's been a while since I performed for a crowd this sober. But hey, we're in Vegas.
You never know.
Brooke, believe it or not, I actually got to see Penn and Teller perform in New Orleans, and I wanted to have a playing card autographed, but we went out the side door to try to beat the crowd, and they didn't let us back in the theater, so I could see two of my heroes through the glass about the same distance they are now, but I couldn't get to them. And then right then, this drunk guy grabs my deck, and he goes, hey, you magician, let me shuffle the cards. And I have no idea why, Brooke, but this is what he did. He shuffled the cards face up into face down, which is the worst thing you could do for a magician because you have no idea like what direction any card is facing. And then he says to me, final card now, which was weird because he hadn't picked one.
Right.
Yeah. Fortunately, since I'm a magician, naturally I had with me a dimensional portal. All I did was place the cards into the dimensional portal, and then I asked the guy, if you had picked a card, what would it have been? And he yelled a playing card in my face. Now I'm curious because Penn and Teller were there. Perhaps, is it possible that subconsciously you remember hearing a drunk guy yelling a playing card outside the theater in New Orleans? And if so, what might that card have been?
6 of diamonds.
I knew they remembered the 6 of diamonds. All I had to do was cast the spell that I learned at magic school for fixing a chaotically shuffled deck. Deculus Reparo. And what was the card named?
6 of diamonds.
You'll notice that all of the cards are actually now completely unshuffled except for one card. So if you look through, all the cards are completely unshuffled. Well, there is actually one still shuffled. Would you be so kind as to show that to the crowd?
Absolutely.
And that is indeed the 6 of diamonds.
Wow.
Now, Brooke, I'm gonna allow you to examine my dimensional portal.
Okay.
You may have noticed the mirror. Magicians are always accused of using mirrors. It's a word that got leaked like palm or sleeve, and now you muggles think you know everything. But we do use mirrors, not how you would think. See, this is a mirror to alternate realities. So I'm gonna let you look. I'll take the card.
Okay.
I'll let you look at this. Be very careful, please, with my portal.
Okay.
There is a heat advisory, so it
okay.
could melt. Yeah. So I'll put the card back. Now, Brooke, a moment ago, we actually tapped into a reality where cards were no longer shuffled. So I thought what would be cool if I take it back from you. It's neat, right?
It's really
you have to be
neat.
careful with these. I thought what would be interesting is what if we tapped into a reality where cards don't exist? Ridiculous. And now you'll see the cards appear to have vanished. Yeah. So they're actually just imaginary because we tapped into a reality where cards don't exist. So now we have imaginary cards. Would you hold these so I don't look silly?
Sure.
Thank you. And now what Brooke is holding is an imaginary deck of cards, not an invisible deck. This is an invisible deck.
Okay.
See the difference? These are imaginary. In fact, if you would shuffle those, that would be great, because in a moment, we're gonna have one that we imagine to autograph, because I have with me an imaginary pen. And this could be any color we imagine. So I have, Brooke, you can choose. I have red,
Okay.
blue, green.
Blue, please.
Blue is great. The black one dried out. So
Okay.
blue. This imaginary pen is a blue one. Let's recap.
Okay.
Now, I will take those back from you. Actually, you're going to need to hold on to my portal. So I'm
Okay.
going to give you the dimensional portal. With your left hand, if you would, just please hold that carefully.
Okay.
And then I'll take the cards. With your right hand, you're going to select one.
Okay.
Now, obviously, there's nothing to see. Cards don't exist. But if I turn them face up, then you can start to visualize them because I have a vivid imagination. So you'll see what I'm seeing.
Okay.
So, for example, 4 diamonds.
I see it.
Okay, Jack of clubs.
Uh-huh.
Good. 5 of hearts.
Sure.
You see it. What color is the 5 of hearts?
Red.
It's working. Beautiful.
working.
So, Brooke, as I go through the cards, I want you to reach in and grab one, all right?
Okay.
So there's the 2 of diamonds, there's the 4 of clubs, there's the 9 of clubs, there's this
Now?
7 of, whatever, 7 of spades, 2 of hearts. Oh, that's a good one, 2 of hearts. Oh, that was the 3 of clubs. So deuces are wild, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, don't show me the 2 of
No,
hearts.
no, no.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Brooke, I'm
won't.
kidding. They were face up.
Well, I know, but you said
Yeah,
not to show
no,
you, so
so-
I'm just following instructions.
The important thing is that you're imagining one card out of all of these, and I want to make sure the camera can pick up that there's no markings on the back of these imaginary, no markings. They're not gimmicked at all. So if you're imagining the 2 of hearts, I can get rid of all of these.
Okay.
And now, hold it up so everyone's imagining the card. And now, if you would, please toss the card over to Teller. Teller, if you would snatch the imaginary card out of the air with skill.
Nice catch, Teller.
And I will toss you as well the imaginary pen, if you could catch that for me, perfect. And now if you would just autograph the card for me. The face. Make sure it's the face, yeah. And then if you could pass that over to Pen when you're finished, and we'll get 2 imaginary autographs on that. Love it. And if you could toss me the pen first, that'd be great. Oh, got it. Okay, good. And if you could toss me the card. Whoa, almost
Nice
dropped it.
catch.
Could you imagine?
No.
Okay. There's only one thing left to do, and that is to place the imaginary card into the dimensional portal, and of course say the magic words, Apiro, chosen cardo, for realdo. It's better if you imagine smoke.
Okay. Okay.
And you'll see that one card does appear in the portal. And if you would please remove that card and show everyone that it is in fact the 2 of hearts.
What?
But it does have a couple of signatures.
It sure does.
Did you verify that there are no other cards in my dimensional portal?
No
And
other
Penn and
cards
Teller,
in the
could you
portal.
verify that this in fact does indeed appear to resemble your autographs?
Wow.
So obviously we tapped into a reality where I did get my 2 of hearts signed by Penn and Teller, and now I'm going to keep this as a souvenir of this incredible day. Thank you for having me on your show.
Michael Dardant, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. Wow.
It was all smoke and mirrors.
Your magic has a very improvisational feeling.
Oh,
How
thank you.
improvised really is this?
I do a lot of improv. I actually coach improv comedy at a high school in New Orleans, and I love it.
Where does comedy come from?
Well, there's a secret underwater cave. And
Do tell.
yes, not many people are invited there, and that's where they keep the book. No, comedy was always kind of a crutch and always a go-to, especially like in school. And so like I always tell people, when they said I was a class clown, I was really just practicing for my career, just practicing on my teachers, unfortunately.
Do you have any funny stories?
Well, I had an airport security experience. Actually, my juggling pins got flagged. The one guard says, you could bludgeon someone. The security guard goes, well, you could bludgeon someone with a laptop. With my juggling club, because a laptop is expensive. And then they said, well, I guess if you can juggle these, they're legit. And all of a sudden, I look around and realize,
You got really
I got to do a
lucky.
show to get through this. So I just start juggling in airport security.
All right, Michael, let's see if your magic portal has earned you a magic trophy or not. Boys, are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
I think we are, Michael. The whole routine is just great. It's a great idea. And as you know, there's some stuff in there that we know. There's some stuff in there that's classic. And we were kind of following you. I mean, we loved it. Don't get me wrong. We were following all the moves you were doing. We knew where you were going. We were sitting here. But then you got to Brooke naming the Two of Hearts. And when Brooke named the Two of Hearts, and we kept talking about Brooke naming the Two of Hearts, we had a little bit of a speed bump there. And we had to think really hard about that. And you were doing a lot of spells in Latin. And Teller, as you know, was a Latin teacher. And Teller and I came up with our own spell that I think will explain everything to you about how that Two of Hearts, how we finally figured that out. And this is, well, Teller wrote it down for me. I want to make sure I get this right. Foolus Trophius.
Michael Dardant, everyone! We have a cooler. Congratulations, well done. Michael Dardant! You're welcome. Thank you so much. That was fantastic. Michael Dardant just snagged a trophy, and more magical wonders await after this commercial break.